Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's JTwoH back here for another Wild Eye releasing DVD review. This one is the second to last film I have from them in my huge inventory stack I had. This one I've had for a while. It is Cold Ground. The Lucky Ones Freeze to Death. Of course, Wild Eye always knocks it out of the park with the cover art. This is an exceptional release as far as the actual release. It has a clear case, which means there's inside artwork, which is really cool. I think it looks exceptional on just the way they did that. Let me focus in, if it'll let me. Sorry. Yeah, Cold Ground, Wild Eye releasing. So, are you ready for a new nightmare? Immersive, intense, horrifying, bone-chilling terror. So there's the synopsis. If you want to pause it there. Essentially, it's a found footage footage from like '76, and I think they're French Canadian or French Swiss investigators. They go in to investigate. I think they're looking. I don't remember what the initial plan was. They're going up into this mountain, and eventually they start finding remains. They start finding like corpses, and some other pretty crazy stuff happens. And then there's like an avalanche. It's essentially like, it reminds me of I think it's called As Above, So Below. Except it's in the mountains. So 2017 film, 86 minutes. It says France, not French, which is weird. Maybe it's from France because it says French over there. There is subtitles for, I'd say, like 60% of the film. There's French subtitles, which I'm not a huge fan of. As far as the film goes, it was pretty interesting. I mean, all of the found footage movies are about the same plot, and they're always shot. I like the way they're shot with the handheld gimmick. There was a couple things that bothered me about this film. Like, I don't know why it had to be based in the 70s, and they have a film camera, and it clearly shoots in HD. But yet, when there's an avalanche and you see the screen gets covered in snow, the camera's just fine. Where we all know if it was a 70s camera, the second any water got in it, it would have just, screwed it up. But, apparently you have to forget about all logic when you watch indie horror movies. So, Cold Ground. And this is what I mean by the inside artwork. Look at that. That's insane. It's like really creepy. But yeah, that's one of the, I think this is one of the things, the people or remains they stumble upon. It's all it is, but it's all you need to be. I like the case and everything. DVD artwork is the same as the front cover, which is fine. Yeah, uber creepy there. Whoop. Cold Ground. Let me see. Oh, we got some bonus features. Making of documentary, creature tests, and trailers. So, let's say this is a 17 film put out in 2018 by Wild Eye, 86 minutes. Yeah, someone goes missing, and then the way they find him is pretty creepy. I'd say I'd recommend this film. Definitely if you're a fan of, oh man, this, like I said, this felt like As Above, So Below. I think it's not Devil's Due. There's another one, Devil Inside, like those found footage films. I think one of the Exorcist films. There's a lot of these nowadays. This one was it was a foreign found footage film that took place in the past. So there's a couple niche things where if you're not gonna like it, you're not gonna like it. If you don't like subtitles, if you don't like non-English, horror movies, you probably won't like this because, like I said, 60% of it has the French subtitles. If you're not a fan of the found footage, easily skip this because it's entirely shot that way. But yeah, anyway, that is my review of Cold Ground. I will put a link in the description to check this out if you guys feel like grabbing this. As I said, I'd recommend it. I'm a fan of the found footage stuff. I don't mind it at all. So I actually enjoyed this one. It's tough to put on in the background. I usually put these on in the background and do some work because I'm working from home. It's tough to do that when you need subtitles. That's my only beef. But anyway, be sure to check out the link in the description to that. Be sure to check in the description for all of my stuff, my Twitter, my Instagram, the podcast I co-host with Mr. Crazy Joe, my Blu-ray.com, TV Time and Letterbox where I rate and review TV shows and movies respectively, eBay page where I sell stuff. So thank you so much to Wild Eye for sending me this to check out for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Be sure to give me a like and maybe a subscribe on the way out, and I'll catch you later, YouTube.